All right, so for part three, we're going to talk about entertainment and how it's affecting our lives.
So the first thing I want to talk about is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Now I've seen this movie 3 times, twice in the theater and once on home digital because it just came out today, and I got it and started and watched it all the way through before she got up because she sleeps in late. I did my wake and bacon steak thing today, where I get up, get a steak ready, cook it on the grill while smoking a joint. That's what I do usually on Sundays, but since I don't have anywhere to be today, I figured today is a fine day to do that. And I got Rise of the Beasts, and I watched that this morning. And I just love that movie. I think it's fantastic. Now there are certain little things that I would have changed, like Wheeljack. I would have made him more like the Wheeljack in Bumblebee. But beggars
If you
can't be
don't want
choosers.
spoilers, you might not want to watch this entire video.
But the thing is that this guy, the main character Noah, he's dealing with his brother Chris. His younger brother Chris has some sort of ailment that he's deep in debt because of that the family is deep in debt because of, and they can't find a way to pay the hospital, and the hospital won't treat him because he hasn't paid his bill. And this is 1994, so this kind of thing happened regularly back then. And it was really sad, but in the end, who shows up? Stop it now if you don't want to know.
The government!
G.I. Joe, motherfucker.
The government.
G.I. Joe shows up at the end and says, you know what? We're going to take care of your brother's hospital bills. We're going to make sure he has the best doctors in the country. Doctors that don't ask about account balances.
That's messed up, guys. That's really messed up. Like, he has to rely on G.I. Joe to pay for his brother's bills.
Well, he saved the world, so G.I. Joe feels the world owes him a debt of gratitude.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone should have access to that type of health care.
Absolutely.
Which leads me into the other show we want to talk about. Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
The family. This show you could definitely watch with your family.
It's on Max, guys, and the 3rd season, I'm not sure when it's dropping, but it's really good.
The thing is that this family goes through one of the most difficult heartaches that a family can go through. And that's when Lois gets diagnosed with breast cancer. And the thing is that even though I don't have cancer, I don't know what that feels like. I have so many chronic illnesses. And just to see the way that Clark takes care of Lois reminds me of how my baby takes care of me and how my friends are there for me. And to see Lana and to see all her friends, being there for her, that's community, guys. If you are going through a chronic illness, I suggest you really watch this show with your family and with your friends, and you talk about it, because the whole story of last season, it really helps you. And the other thing is, it shows why friendships are not really like black and white. I really don't want to spoil this for you guys, but there's this whole side story about this person that Lois meets on her cancer journey, and it shows how complicated friendships can be and how you want to be there for somebody, but you always need to do the right thing.
But you also have to do the right thing for yourself and your family too.
And the thing is, we have a friend who we've been friends with like a really long time, and he said something to us at one point where he always is like, you guys always do the right thing, but you guys always have to suffer for it. And that's the absolute truth.
Yep.
And we lost so many friends, and so many people did lose friends during like the January 6th thing. But you know what?
And during the pandemic.
We become so much stronger. And this year, I did this post and I was like, we should all have like a gay 2023, and it was like a unicorn and everything. And you know what? I am having a fucking gay 2023. It's the first time I went to Pride. I did it because I wanted to support the people in my life, but I didn't realize I was supporting myself. And I didn't realize how much the people around me needed me there. And I'm so glad I went, and I never want to not go. I always want to be there. And honestly, even though I got heat stroke, because, I have these chronic illnesses and I'm really not supposed to be out in the sun, I'm really not supposed to be in the heat. It was one of the best days of my life because Frederick, Maryland was one of the happiest days that day. Just seeing the love and my favorite places just being filled with a beautiful rainbow of people wearing shirts, carrying banners and just loving people, dancing, singing. There was so much joy. There was music, there was talking, there was people holding hands, there was people in love, there was friendships.
There was a
And
guy, a big guy with a shirt on saying "Free Dad Hugs."
yeah, and even though we're not parents, it's like we can be your aunt, we can be your uncle, not the creepy uncle, of course, but we will be there for you if you want to talk, if you want to come out, if you want to just have someone to listen. You can contact us on social media. We will be there for you, help you support your journey. We have a great group of friends. The people in our company, we have a whole rainbow mafia of our own. And, that is so important to us. And what I've found is like the people who are left in our lives, they're the most beautiful people that I've ever met. And they're so creative and they're so loving. And they all have shards in their heart. And it's so hard to be who you truly are in this world right now. When we were growing up, our parents, they were like telling us, you can be whatever you want. You can be gay, you can be straight, you can be whatever. Our parents were like totally fine with that. And we're like, okay. And I always just said, I fall in love with the person. I don't fall in love with like what they look like necessarily or what their job is or anything like that. And my mom was like, that's fine. But like, I had a black boyfriend. My first boyfriend was black and she had a problem with that. And it's like, then she had a problem with other boyfriends. And it's like, she didn't practice what she preached.
My dad didn't like gay people because he was a Christian.
Yeah.
He and our friend we were talking about in the other video who greened out, they used to argue back and forth because he's gay and my dad thought it was a sin.
Yeah.
And my dad is exactly the kind of person that I chased off.
You can be,
at Pride.
But the thing
I will
is,
not allow that shit at Pride.
if you call yourself a Christian and you're gay, that's fine because you know what? Jesus loved everyone. Okay. And the thing is, there's all these things in the Bible that were not Jesus's words. If you take just the words of Jesus and you made like a whole different book, it would be gay as fuck.
Yep. And the thing is, people who are prejudiced against people for skin color or ethnicity and sexual orientation and all that, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Stop being afraid of who these people are and embrace who they are because they're going to make you laugh. They're going to make you cry. They're going to be the best people in your life because these are good people.
And they're honoring themselves.
There's no reason for the hate. Okay?
And you can
God never said hate gays. He never ever said hate gays. Okay? Do you hear me? Guy who's been stalking us? He didn't say to hate gays.
You can be as feminine as you want. You can be as masculine as you want. You can be non-binary. You can be binary. You can be an alien from another planet if that's where you believe that you come from, as long as you act out of love and not out of fear. We just want to take care of everybody. And that's the thing with Rise of the Beasts and Superman and Lois, is that everybody works together. Everybody is...
I gotta say one more thing about Rise of the Beasts. Pete Davidson stole the fucking show.
Oh, he's great.
He's awesome.
I love Pete Davidson. So yeah, check out those shows, guys, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope we didn't spoil them. And if you did watch them, please comment below and let us know what you think of those shows. All right, on to part 4.